good morning and happy to talk to you again since we last talked in June during Africa Rail. We are now in Innotrans in Germany, and TMH Africa is moving ahead with its plan. We are concluding the acquisition of DCD rolling stock facility in Augsburg. We will focus on manufacturing rolling stock for OEMs, any OEM. We are open to all vendors on the market. And we will also focus ourselves on maintenance and refurbishment. We will be continuing to manufacture for OEM who wants to localize in South Africa. We have a skilled and capable workforce. We have a workshop of 40,000 square meters, which is today delivering diesel and electrical locomotives as well as coaches. So we are happy to continue on that. And on maintenance, we will focus on diesel locomotive and coaches, both for South Africa and the continent, and try to bring innovation from our mother company in these two fields, which we will both blend some of the engineering capacity we have in-house and engineering capacity we have back in Moscow to make sure that we deliver for South Africa and the continent. Obviously, as part of the acquisition, we will continue to develop local skills. So we found a skill base which is existing and which is very competent. But we know that we have to grow in some of the fields we want to develop. Namely, we need to bring more young people into the company. We have a pretty old workforce today, and we need to develop capacity around diesel engines and coach refurbishing. So this is a training program we will carry on together with our other company back in Russia. We will also ensure that our guys are actually understanding what TMH is all about. So we are busy developing a plan for 30 of our workshop welders to go back to Russia and get trained there in the factory, making sure that they are engaging with the team down at factory level, and we create different level of synergies between factory people, between engineering team, between management. So it's not only a top-down approach, but really a synchronization approach. Moving to the market, we believe at the moment the market is a little bit slow. There is a lot happening in the main order givers in the market, namely Transnet and Prasa. They are very busy with a lot of challenges in the boardroom, and we believe that anytime soon they will be able to differentiate what is happening in the boardroom and the fact that they still need to run the service, so quality of service needs to remain what it is. On the Prasa side, because obviously the continent is moving more and more urban, and it's important that operators like Prasa around the continent are operating nicely and moving people around so they can go to jobs, schools and to their homes. And this is a trend we foresee for the next 20 years at least, where Africa will become more and more urban, so people can have access to services and technology and education in an easier manner. So obviously moving these people around is extremely important. Freight activity, it's also something we foresee as an enabler to the development of the continent. As much as it stands, the continent is still exporting a lot of resources which needs to be moved from mining areas, from production areas out to ports so they can reach the world. And today a lot of this transport is happening on road, which is both uneconomical and CO2 impacting. So we believe there is a conducive rail case to be made in Africa for all these goods to be exported in a cheaper manner and in a less CO2 impacting manner, so they can meet the world and their market outside of the continent. In terms of skill development, as much as we will do a lot of these skills internally through the group training capacity, we will also like to partner in South Africa with some institution which will help us develop the ability of our guys, our skill base in the factory, and also try to find an ecosystem of suppliers and partners to deliver, especially on the refurbishment. We know we can't do everything. We will need components, we will need suppliers to make sure that we can refurbish on time and with the localization constraint or threshold we want to achieve. The localization is a requirement in many countries, especially in South Africa, but we believe there is enough depth on the continent to be able to do a kind of African refurbishment and not only always resort to external resources while we have them available on the continent. and try to develop a little bit of intercontinental trade in our own field to make sure that we have as much as possible the capacity and the skills across the continent to make our industry thrive and develop with its own needs and challenges.